Your app works on your phone. Now you want it on the Play Store, where 2.5 billion people can find it. Between those 2 points sits a developer account, a signing key, an app bundle, a store listing, 3 legal forms, and a testing rule that stops most first-time developers cold. In the next 10 minutes, we walk the whole path, in order, with the exact numbers you need. Here is the shape of the journey. On the left, your machine. You set a version, build a release, and sign it. In the middle, the Play console. You create the app, fill the listing, and answer the policy forms. On the right, Google. Review, then rollout. Most people rush the left side and then get stuck for weeks on the middle. The paperwork is the slow part, so start it early.
Step 1. The account. Go to the Play console and register as a developer. There is a one-time fee of $25, not yearly, and it is not refundable. Google will ask for a valid government ID and a card in your legal name. Choose the account type carefully, personal or organization. Organization needs a DUNS number and takes longer, but the developer name shown on the store is your company, not your own name. You cannot switch type later without starting over. Before you build, lock down 3 values in your Gradle file. The application ID is your app's permanent address on the Play Store. Pick it once because you can never change it and never reuse it. VersionCode is an integer Google uses to order releases. Every single upload must be higher than the last. VersionName is the text humans read. And targetSdk must be 36 or higher, Android 16. Below that, Play simply will not accept the upload. Now the release build. A debug build will never be accepted, so switch to the release variant. Turn on minify and resource shrinking. R8 strips the code you do not call and renames what is left, which cuts size and makes reverse engineering harder. If you use reflection or a JSON library, add keep rules, or those classes get stripped and the app crashes only in release. Test the release build on a real device before you upload it. Signing is where people lose their app permanently. So read this twice. You create a key store. That holds your upload key, which proves to Google that a build came from you. Google then re-signs the app with the app signing key it keeps for you. That split is called Play App Signing, and it is why losing your upload key is now survivable. You can request a reset. Losing the key store for a legacy app that self-signs is not survivable. Back up the key store file and its passwords somewhere off your machine today. Next, what you actually upload. Not an APK. Since August 2021, new apps must ship an Android app bundle, the .aab file. You upload one bundle, Google generates a right-sized APK for every device, with only the screen density, the CPU architecture, and the language that phone needs. Users download less. If you want to test exactly what a device will receive, use Bundle Tool to build the APK set locally and install that. Open the Play console and click Create App. You give it a name, a default language, say whether it is an app or a game, and free or paid. Careful here. A free app can never be switched to paid later. Paid to free works. The other direction does not. Then the dashboard hands you a checklist, and that checklist is the real map. Work top to bottom, and the console will not let you forget a form. The store listing is your shop window, and it has hard limits. App name, 30 characters. Short description, 80 characters, and that is the line users see first. Full description, 4,000 characters. Write for a human, not for a keyword scraper. Stuffing keywords does not improve ranking and can get the listing pulled. You also cannot say best, number 1, or free, and you cannot use call to actions like download now. Those are policy, not taste. Now, the graphics, and these sizes are exact. App icon, 512 by 512, 32-bit PNG with alpha, under 1 megabyte. Feature graphic, 1024 by 500, JPEG or 24-bit PNG with no alpha. Screenshots. You need at least 2 to publish, between 320 and 3840 pixels. But if you want Google to feature you, supply at least 4 at 1080 or better, 16 by 9 or 9 by 16. Keep your logo out of the edges of the feature graphic. They get cropped.
Content rating. You fill an IARC questionnaire about violence, language, sexuality, gambling, and user interaction, and the rating boards generate the age ratings for every region automatically. Answer it honestly. If you underdeclare and Google finds out, the app comes down, and misrating is one of the fastest ways to get an account flagged. If your app changes what it shows, retake the questionnaire. The data safety form is the one people get wrong. You must declare every kind of data your app collects or shares, whether it's encrypted in transit and whether users can ask for deletion. And it must match reality, including data your third-party SDKs collect. An analytics or ads SDK collecting device IDs is your declaration to make, not theirs. If your app touches personal data, you also need a real privacy policy at a public URL.
A few more declarations, then you are through the paperwork. Target audience and content. If you include children, extra design rules apply. Ads, say whether your app contains them. News, finance, health, or government apps need extra proof. And any sensitive permission, location in the background, SMS, call log, or all files access needs a written justification and often a demo video. Also note, from September 2026, Google is phasing in mandatory developer identity verification, so keep your account details accurate.
Pricing and distribution. Pick the countries you want, and remember you are agreeing to each one's rules, so do not blanket select everything without thinking. Set the price per region if you are paid, because a flat dollar conversion is a bad price in most markets. If you sell anything inside the app, digital goods must go through Play billing, and Google takes 15 to 30%, depending on your revenue and program. This is the rule that surprises everyone. There are 4 tracks: internal, up to 100 of your own testers; instant; closed, a list you control; open, anyone on Play can join; and production. If your personal developer account was created after November 13th, 2023, you cannot publish to production until you run a closed test with at least 12 testers who have stayed opted in for 14 days continuously. If someone opts out on day 10, their clock resets. Then you apply for production access, and Google usually answers within 7 days. Time to release. Create a production release. Upload your AAB, and the console immediately warns you about anything broken: a debug signature, a missing declaration, a version code you already used. Write real release notes. Users read them. Then choose a staged rollout. Start at 10 or 20%. Watch crash-free rate and ANRs and Android vitals for a day, and only then go to 100. A staged rollout can be halted. A full one cannot be recalled. Then you wait for review. A first submission commonly takes a few days, sometimes longer, and updates are usually faster. If you are rejected, the reason is almost always one of 4 things. The data safety form does not match what the app does. A sensitive permission has no justification. The listing has misleading claims, or the privacy policy link is dead. Fix it, bump the version code, and upload again. From then on, every update is just build, sign, bump, rollout. So that is the whole path: account, version, release build, signing key, app bundle, listing, ratings, data safety, pricing, 12 testers for 14 days, then a staged rollout. Do the forms early, and the launch is boring, which is exactly what you want. This video is on the channel in English and in Hindi, so send whichever one helps someone else ship. Subscribe for more Android and hardware builds. Now, go publish it.